Hey there everyone. Today I am going to show you a riding exercise that is going to incorporate that turn on the forehand again. So I'm just going to kind of build on the past riding exercises that we've done. And today I'd like to show you how your full turn on the forehand is going to help improve your trot transitions. Okay, so I'm going to get a spree and we're going to go in the ring and we're going to do some turn on the forehands. That are going to help engage her hind leg, get her into the outside rein so that when we move off into trot, she keeps her back long and her neck down and soft and round. So hopefully you've been practicing your turn on the forehands and really starting to understand the whole concept of engaging the horse's hind leg, getting their body a little bit more supple and moving into the outside rein so that you can use your outside rein for steering and guidance. And hopefully you have been practicing to the point where that's really starting to click on how to ride your horse from back to front. And today we're just going to work on expanding that a little bit to help improve your transitions. In later videos, I'm going to expand on this even more, where I show you how you can also use your 10-meter circles and your turn on the forehands to improve your horse's canter transitions, as well as to teach your horse to canter from the walk. Okay, so I'm going to go get a spree and I'll get her ready and I will meet you in the arena. All right, I want to let you know that the only warm-up I did before shooting this video was just a little bit of groundwork with the spree, because I want you to see how this exercise is a good way to warm up your horse and improve their way of going, so that it improves not only your horse's trot transition, but your horse's trot to walk transition. So you can see here that I'm doing a turn on the forehand with the spree. I'm going to continue tracking right and just leg yield her out, back out to a 20-meter circle. So you're going to do a series of 20-meter circles, turn on the forehand, add some 10-meter circles in if you feel like you need to. You're just going to adjust what you do in this exercise based on how you and your horse are feeling that day and how much or how little of this exercise do you actually need. Here you're going to see I'm going to leg yield her out back to the bigger circle again and into a little bit of a trot. So we just got going. You saw this a little bit sticky and slow and a little bit heavy. So we bring her back down to walk and try that turn on the forehand again, really turning my body and focusing on her right hind leg. So I'm pressing my right leg now, getting that right hind leg to push out to the bigger circle and in to another trot transition. So that trot transition was a little bit better than the first one. So I'm going to keep the trot circle going all the way around a full 20-meter circle before I try that transition down and another turn on the forehand. And again, just look at that right hind leg. I'm using my right leg. I'm pressing now. I'm going to keep pressing my right hind leg to push her out to the bigger circle and into her trot. And again, I'm going to keep going. I kind of feel like at this point a spree needs to trot on a little bit more. So I'm going to keep her trotting. Instead of going to my walk to turn on the forehand, I'm going to add in a 10-meter circle. And I'd like you to watch her right hind leg. As I'm turning her shoulders right around the 10-meter circle, I'm going to sit and ask her for a walk. At the same time, keep my right leg active to keep her right hind leg active in the transition down to walk. So she stays nice and forward and through from her hind leg into the bridle. And then again into the trot. So there you see she did get a little bit tight and up and away from my hand, and that right hind leg, I guess I didn't keep it engaged enough as I asked her for that trot transition. So I'm going to start that again. You'll see me do the 10-meter circle, turning her shoulders right, keeping my right leg, asking her right hind leg to cross under. I'm going to keep riding like that as I bring her down to walk, so that right hind leg stays engaged in the walk transition. Then bring it into the turn on the forehand. Right hind leg push, now, leg yield out, now back to the 20-meter circle, and then that transition was much better. So my timing was better and Esprit stayed a little bit more engaged and through her top line, riding her from back to front. So again, do whatever variation of this that you want. Add 10-meter circles in. Maybe you want to do 2 10-meter circles before you do your walk transition. Whatever feels good for you and your horse and what you need at the time that you're practicing. There you saw Esprit a little sticky, but I'm just going to keep turning her I'm going to change direction and try the same exercises in this direction after she has just a quick little stretch break. So if you need more guidance and further explanation as to when to use your legs, you can always visit the playlist of my rhythm playlist on my YouTube channel and get a little bit better understanding of when is good timing for you to use your leg aids depending on what gait you're riding, whether it's the walk, the trot, or the canter. So be sure to go over and check that out if you feel like you need a little bit more help before you try this exercise. But here again, you see I'm doing that turn on the forehand, focusing on that left hind leg. Don't be afraid to exaggerate your body language, and really turn your body towards that inside hind leg as you're doing the turn on the forehand, really making sure that you're getting that inside hind leg to cross under, because the whole idea here is to get that inside hind leg really engaged and forward, and that when you ask for trot, the trot comes from that inside hind leg right across the top line into your outside rein, and that you have a nice forward and active trot with a long top line and a relaxed horse. Here I felt like Esprit needed to keep trotting a little bit, so I'm going to add that 10-meter circle in, keeping her left hind leg engaged at the same time that I ask for a walk, so that left hind leg stays under her, stays engaged, stays working. And then you just keep repeating this as much as you think you need to for you and your horse until you feel you have improved the way your horse is going, improved your down transitions from trot to walk and from walk to trot. And one more nice transition down to walk. Okay, so there were some exercises that you can use to help improve your horse's trot transitions. I filmed this before I warmed Esprit up because I wanted you to see how the exercise itself really helps to improve the way the horse goes as you continue to repeat it. So I hope that you'll find a version of that exercise that works well for you or for your horse. So if you're not quite as advanced as to do the turn on the forehand into your trot transition, you can try just riding a 10-meter circle and doing it into the transition, and then just work your way up from there. You can see in this video that my little horse Esprit has a tendency to be really heavy in the bridle and heavy on the forehand, so we continued on after the filming of this video to work on her suppleness a little bit more, with continuing with the turn on the forehand, turn on the haunches, some leg yielding and half turns, so that she started getting lighter and lighter. But these videos are just quick, so we just showed you a little bit, and hopefully you could see some improvement as we went along. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to continue to further your education, I encourage you to go visit Team Tate Academy. I'm going to put a link below in the description for JJ Tate's working student program. So there is a small monthly subscription to that if you're interested in expanding your education even further. If that's not for you, that's okay. Just stick with me. I'm going to continue making these weekly videos. So hopefully you try them and practice them and feel like you and your horse are systematically improving your skills and gaining new skills as you go along. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscription button for me. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week.